Good afternoon. I am so glad that you are here to join me for this short informative speech. I was going to give you an icebreaker, and I kept going through all these jokes, and they were so boring that I thought my icebreakers would sink the Titanic. I should just go straight to my speech. I would like to share with you the Amish. And there are not many people who are familiar with the Amish, so let me give you some information that should just pique your interest with this religious organization. They are a Christian group found in North America, the United States, and Canada. Following Jacob Ammon from the 17th century, who rejected the modern conveniences of society and felt that going to a simpler way of life was better, the Amish began following his style and his way of life with the simplicities and a love for God that guided and directed them and kept them going. Many know them because of the clothes they wear. The men wear the black broadband hats, and they wear black suits, black shoes, black socks. They don't wear bright, bold colors, and they're not into Gucci and Versace and the name brands. They consider that all vanity. They are a simpler way of life, with the women wearing bonnets and capes and shawls, and they don't go out for all these Nikes and Adidas, just simple shoes. A much easier way of life. And it's not because they can't afford it, they prefer it. The Amish is an order that has settlements in the U.S. throughout Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, among other states. Even here in Virginia, where I live, there are Amish. In fact, we have a family that's repairing the roof of the parsonage and doing a great job. Some interesting facts about them regarding their education. There are 3 languages that they learn. One is the Pennsylvania Dutch. It's similar to the modern German language. This language is used in their homes, and it is spoken throughout the household, but they don't use it in writing. It is taught to their children, and this is the basic way of talking to one another. However, when the children begin elementary school, they learn English and have to speak in English. English is used among their neighbors, and when they are in town, among the community where they live, because of the United States being an English-speaking country, they know English very well, and it is used for that purpose, especially with business dealings. And then they also speak High German. The High German is used in worship services. They use the Lutheran Bible, which is in German, and they also speak German for their prayers when preaching, singing hymns. This is critical of their worship service. Now, with education, they also let their children stop school after completing elementary school. So once they turn 13, they are no longer kept in school, usually about the 8th grade. Then they move on and start working at home with their parents. The women learn such things as quilting and sewing and canning, and the men do the other heavier work. They are the farmers, and they till the soil. They are also carpenters. They know how to build roofs and make cabinets. They know how to repair floors, and they do such an excellent job. The skilled labor is passed from the parent to the child, and if you were ever to see the work, you would not realize that sometimes it's just a 16-year-old out there doing the work of what we have seen professionals in other areas who are claiming to know so much better do, but not as well. Their education is considered to be all right for some, but it's not a necessity for them, because for them, it is just not needed. One of the Amish is quoted as saying, "Education does not build muscles like tilling the soil in an open field." Another interesting fact about them is their form of travel. They use the horse and buggy. Even today, with all the automobiles and the trucks and the fast traffic, they still resort to the horse and buggy, rejecting the ownership of automobiles because it seems vanity to them. They prefer to not own it and use that horse and buggy for all their travel and wherever they're going, unless they have to travel great distances. Then they may use a train, a car, a bus at that point. But as far as owning, they do not own automobiles. They do not care to own them. Isn't that interesting? Because the first thing it seems some of us want to do, you get old enough, is learn to drive and get you a car. But the Amish are not so. They teach their children the value of a simpler way of life and to appreciate the finer things in life, rejecting all this technology and the modern conveniences and advances that many people associate with. I think it's just wonderful the way they live their life. Also, I want to share with you about their spirituality, because this is a religious organization and their religion is a basic Christian religion. They believe in the Lord Jesus with a deep sense of loyalty to the church. They wake up with God because they believe that